I'm Milo Bustle, a consumer media analyst here at Edison Group, and today I'm joined by Rohith Murthy, CEO of MoneyHero Group. Rohith, thank you very much for joining today.
Thanks for having me.
So for those who may not be familiar with MoneyHero, could you introduce the business and discuss how it's evolved since its inception in 2014? And could you maybe discuss how you accomplished a difficult step of becoming a publicly listed company on the US Nasdaq market in last October?
Sure. MoneyHero Group, we operate 3 core businesses across 5 key markets in Greater Southeast Asia. So our first core business is comparison. This is behind the market's largest B2C personal finance marketplaces, offering leading brands and also products ranging from credit cards and personal loans to insurance solutions. And in 3 of our 5 markets, Singapore, Hong Kong, and Philippines, we also operate as licensed insurance brokers. So that's our first core business, comparison. The second core business is community, and this includes the largest personal finance community in Singapore behind the brand Seedly. And lastly, our third core business is Creatory. This is our innovative B2B brand where we connect hundreds of content creators and channel partners to financial products and institutions. MoneyHero Group, we went public in the US on the Nasdaq last year on 12th of October via a de-SPAC transaction where we successfully closed our business combination with Bridgetown Holdings, a Peter Thiel-backed SPAC, and through which we raised approximately US 99.9 million in gross proceeds through the contribution of cash that was held in Bridgetown's trust account. And as of the end of 2023, we are debt-free and with over 68 million in cash. Importantly, we are the only APAC player in our industry to have accomplished this in the capital markets. And this has sort of uniquely positioned us now for continuous growth, outpacing all our peers, both, I would say, through organic initiatives, but also M&A transactions.
Great. And what are some of the market dynamics in which you operate and also the competitive landscape?
So we've seen many competitors enter this market. Yet I would say over time, most of them have not sustained operations at our level of scale and scope. Currently, no other company matches the regional footprint that we have, the user base that we have, or even the capital position that we have. And as with many sort of, industries, you will still see smaller local entities continue to emerge. Obviously, this reflects the very dynamic nature of the industry in which we operate, but also the growth potential, so that's expected. But having said that, we've always had a better platform, I would say a better strategy, a better model, and this has enabled us to be a consistent market leader. Now, specifically looking at the insurance sector, where I mentioned we operate as a licensed broker in 3 of our 5 markets, I would say, in essence, anyone selling insurance from banks to individual agents can be seen as competition. However, I think it's crucial to sort of distinguish the nature of our competition. So it's not just about who's selling insurance in this case. It's actually about how consumers think about insurance. When someone decides they need insurance, do they think of us? Do they think of MoneyHero? Or do they go elsewhere? And that's how we view competition. And I think this also sort of reflects a very fundamental, I would say, push versus pull dynamic in our industry, which you'll appreciate. Our strategy has been consistent. We aim to educate our consumers about the importance of integrating, say, insurance and other financial products into their financial planning. And once they recognize the need, our goal is for MoneyHero to be their first choice. And when they do decide to purchase, we want to provide a very seamless and trusted platform for them to do so. And I think this is the approach that sets us apart in the competitive landscape. And this is what we firmly believe also establishes MoneyHero as a leading destination for insurance and all financial products in the markets we operate.
Could you distinguish between your online personal finance platforms and the B2B platform Creatory?
Sure. So I spoke about our core businesses, and our core business is our online personal finance platform, which is the largest sort of B2C comparison platform that we have in the markets we operate. And this is the marketplace where we have credit cards and loans and insurance solutions across these markets. And I also mentioned in 3 of these markets, we are licensed insurance brokers. Our focus when we think about this core business, which is comparison, it remains on enhancing the user experience across all the markets we operate. Essentially, we want to make it easier and more intuitive for our users to navigate and purchase financial products. And this is also includes building off this sort of impressive growth of our insurance offerings. As a licensed insurance broker, we're also developing comprehensive end-to-end purchase journeys that sort of exceeds customer expectations. Also, our partnership sort of strategies continue to grow and evolve with the market dynamics. We're creating a lot of, or co-creating a lot of unique products and offerings with our financial partners. And because of our leading sort of position in these markets, we have many household name, banks, insurance companies constantly knocking on our door to work with us. And sort of these are the new sort of offerings that will not only just strengthen our partner relationships, but will also help improve our profitability. So that's our core business around comparison. Now, Creatory is our very unique and innovative B2B business. And here, we're essentially constructing the largest ecosystem of content creators and channel partners who monetize their influence through our platform. As you'll appreciate, digital content consumption continues to surge now on various sort of platforms, social media platforms like Instagram and TikTok. And we ourselves are seeing a significant increase in the ever-growing number of these influential content creators. And a lot of these content creators, they specialize in niche topics. And this trend, I would say, has led to a very dynamic expansion in the audience and also the impact these content creators have. We actually recognized this opportunity very early on, even before the pandemic. We started working and collaborating with many of these content creators, and we were helping them generate an income, through their content and creative sort of outputs. And what Creatory essentially does is it provides a very robust platform, and also a dedicated brand, because it's, Creatory is the brand for these creators. And it allows them to very easily access and promote relevant personal finance products to their audiences, educate their audiences, and in return, they earn commissions whenever their followers engage with these offers. Creatory has become a very critical component of our business, and it's the way we've also diversified our revenue stream, while also enhancing our scale and reach across these sort of audience segments. The platform also sort of helps us gather very valuable data and insights, and it allows us to manage our payouts with greater profitability when you compare it to, say, traditional paid channels such as Google or even Facebook. And more importantly, I think our relationship with these creators, and a lot of these creators are very loyal, engaged audiences. It also helps strengthen our own brand presence and sort of marketing reach. And we're also using Creatory to form channel partnerships with many major sort of super apps and service providers who themselves are looking to engage or integrate personal finance products into their services and monetize their platform.
As you mentioned, you've shown strong growth to become the market leader in most of your geographies. So what is the strategy for continued growth?
As we look forward towards 2024, we are confident that we will hit 100 million in revenues for the first time. And this is a feat that's been unmatched by any emerging fintech aggregator in the APAC region. So it's an ambitious target we've set ourselves, and this ambitious target will be supported by an ongoing sort of aggressive marketing campaigns we've been running in our core markets in Singapore and Hong Kong. And what this has helped us do is it's helped us grab, I would say, significant market share away from all our peers. And also sort of, as we think of user experience, we will continue to sort of prioritize user experience. I think these efforts are also, I would say, aimed at significantly enhancing our market penetration, our brand recognition in these markets. And these currently make up over 70% of our total business, and these are really poised for sort of continuous growth. Now, beyond our core business, as I mentioned, we will continue to diversify our business model throughout 2024. We will expand our high margin business Creatory, which I spoke about, and also look at advertising revenue streams, and these will enhance our margins. As I mentioned, our focus will continue to remain on enhancing the user experience, the UX and UI of our platforms, make it easy and intuitive for our users to navigate and purchase financial products, and end-to-end journeys I spoke about when it comes to insurance sort of solutions. And of course, partner relationships. We continue to sort of strengthen our partner relationships. It's a very key aspect of our strategy. And AI, that is something that, we are very, very much looking to leverage AI tools. We firmly believe this will also help us sort of streamline our operations. It'll also sort of increase our efficiencies. And we're very excited about this technological advancement and how, it can really enable us to scale more effectively and efficiently, and more importantly, enhance our operating leverage. That's a very key aspect of our business, that we have operating leverage. And what these tools will also do is it will unlock, I would say, new opportunities for growth, right? And I think it's the other aspect which I would still want to stress upon is our unique capital position that we have as we think about our growth strategy. We are the only aggregator in APAC, personal finance and insurance aggregator in APAC. As I mentioned, we've gone the only ones to have gone public in the US, and we have a very strong cash position to execute both on organic growth initiatives, but also strategic M&A. And I think this is a major differentiator that goes beyond the winning sort of platform and model that we have and we're operating, but it also provides us with the resources that we would need to grow that no other competitor can match. Finally, we have to we continue to expand our sort of world-class team with very top talent to support this ambitious growth strategy. Recently, we strengthened our leadership team with recent sort of promotions, strategic new hires, a chief commercial officer for the group, an MD for Philippines. We are excited to be announcing soon our new CFO. We've also had new hires as group head of operations and group head of marketing, and all the top talent that we are attracting. They all bring very sort of strong enterprise level experience, and more importantly, I would say fresh perspectives and very diverse expertise as we execute the strategy towards our ambitious goals.
And finally, you recently published your FY23 results. So could you run through some of the highlights in the year and what your outlook is for FY24?
Sure. So in full year 2023, our revenues were about $80.7 million. And as I mentioned, we expect 2024 full year to be over 100 million. Growth rates really started to pick up in the second half of last year in 2023. And as I mentioned, this was driven by a lot of the strong investments I spoke about. After we, improving profitability in the second half of 2020. and the first half of 2023. That's when we started really having these aggressive, marketing strategies to grab market share away, and that's really helped us sort of improve our top line in 2023. But we also significantly improved the profitability profile of our business in 2022. I think from a profitability standpoint, for full year 2023, our adjusted EBITDA loss improved significantly to negative 6.8 million. And we expect our long-term adjusted EBITDA margin to settle somewhere in the 5 to 10% range. Overall, we saw a very significant acceleration of our business growth, as I mentioned, in the second half of 2023 across multiple markets. And this is something that will really enable us to execute on these sort of incredible opportunities we have when it comes to digital distribution of financial products. And as I mentioned, as we look to hit 100 million in revenue for the first time, we understand that this will result in compressed margins in the first half of this year. That is something that we started executing last quarter of 2023. But then we anticipate the margin expansion to come in the second half of 2024. And I think this is a strategy we sort of firmly believe in, that we have this is a solid investment into our sort of strategic growth. And the margin expansion will come through improved conversion rates, deeper market penetration, and I would say also product sort of diversification into higher margin non-credit card verticals. And this is where we will be able to sort of significantly contribute to our bottom line.
Rohith, that was a fantastic introduction to the business. Thank you very much for joining today.
Thanks for having me again.